That game in Belleville, like you made so many saves, a couple of really strong ones, but I feel like the defense still did a good job of keeping your shots to the perimeter. Did you see that too?
Yeah, for sure. We made a couple of changes in the D zone. I think Leo introduced a few good things that I think helped in the game, and I think that the game, although there were like the shot count was high, it didn't feel like it was overwhelming at all. I mean, I do like getting more shots, but I felt we did like a really good job, like you said, at keeping them to the outside. Like I felt like I knew what my responsibility was, like if there was a guy open, and I think that lots of guys blocking shots and keeping them to the outside. So it was a good game by the group for sure.
You mentioned seeing more shots. Like your numbers show that too. The more you face, the better you seem to be. You've made, I think it's 77 saves in the last 2 starts. Pretty busy, but that doesn't faze you. That doesn't fatigue you. You prefer that? Yeah,
I mean, I try to not have a preference. Like just play each shot individually. There's the challenge about getting more shots is. You might see more opportunities, more chances that the other team could score, but then the upside is you're in the game, you're feeling flow, the brain is kind of turned off and you're thinking a little bit less. So usually when that happens, I play my best. The other hand, like when you're seeing less shots, the other team might have less opportunities to score, but you might not personally, I might not feel as good in the game or feel as connected to the play, just sitting back for 10 minutes and then seeing an opportunity. But that's important for me. Like I feel like we've had a lot of games where I get to practice that, like getting less shots and still being able to, regardless how I feel, like focus on what's happening. So it's great either situation. There's different ways for me to approach both of them. And it's enjoyable, like to see a little bit of like different types of games. Yeah.
You use the word enjoyable. Does that apply to your relationship with Topias?
Sorry?
You use the term enjoyable. Does that apply with you and Topias? Like, have you enjoyed this year's goaltending team?
Yeah, for sure. He's a great dude, great goalie partner. Get along super well. He's a good kid. Works hard in practice. I think as a goalie, I think it's important to have a good relationship with your partner. You guys are partners, and you guys are both trying to win for the team. And that's kind of what we've been doing. He's been playing well, and we've been enjoying, getting to work in the morning with Shamo, going on early, and then whoever's turning us to play, both of us want each other to win. So it's great.
Guys having long conversations? Are you helping him with English a little bit?
Yeah, his English is pretty good, honestly. He's pretty solid, so yeah.
Is it different? And I guess the answer is yes, but you have been here with a Dustin Tokarski, a Michael Hauser, a Felix Sandstrom. Now at 23, you're the older of the 2 goalies. Is that unique from seasons past?
Maybe a little bit, yeah. I feel like every different goalie partner I've had, has been different. Whether they're older or younger, and it's great to be able to meet and get to know new guys. The partnership that you have with your other goalie, it's a great relationship. It's one of my favorites. So to be able to have a lot of these past few years and be able to text them and stay in touch, and maintain that meaningful relationship is great. I love it.
Do you learn things from those guys that you can apply, whether that is for yourself or maybe a lesson they gave you that you can give to Topi?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
No, it's okay. I feel like at this level, pro hockey, you're a goalie, you're a stud in college, everybody knows you. People think that you know everything. They just across the board, that pro athletes know everything, but you're still learning. I guess my question to you is, when you look back at these goalie partners you've had, Have you learned anything from them that you apply now, whether that's apply for yourself or something you can even pass on to Topi now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, every time I come to the rink, you hope to learn. It might not be anything groundbreaking. It might be something that you already know. But every time, every conversation you have, every time I'm on the ice, every time, every situation that I'm in, there's always something to be taken out of it. My goalie partners too in the past, even just sometimes like the forwards too, like picking their brain, like, hey, what are you seeing? Learning about how they see the game too. Just being able to be a sponge, I think, when you're at the rink and just take in as much as you can, and then decide what you want to use and what you could let go of. It's something that I try to do.
Two more for you. How important is it to stay grounded?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest parts about being a goalie. There's obviously a lot of ups and downs. Being able to kind of stay even-keeled throughout them is a super important skill. Not getting lost in the highs and not getting lost in the lows. Just being able to come to the rink the same every single day, regardless of if you won the past game, if you lost, if you played well, if you didn't play well. The focus stays the same. Doing the same thing every day is what builds consistency, and for me, that's what I'm focusing on.
And last thing, why is adversity important, if not necessary?
Yeah, it's huge. If you're uncomfortable, that's when you learn. That's when you grow. It's important to go through adversity. I think as a team. I think individually. Early in the season, even late in the season, that's where you learn. That's where you become a playoff team and you're ready for the postseason. I think that, just me as a person, like who I am, I wouldn't be who I am today without the obstacles that were put in my way throughout my career, throughout my life, even off the ice. I'm grateful for every hard path that I've stepped on, because they've molded me into, someone who loves playing the game of hockey and, could carry that responsibility as a goalie. That resiliency is only built through adversity. So you don't get that without it.